guys, it's Bastian time. Welcome to Nintendo News. I'm your host Bastian, of course, and let's get to that first story. So there's good news for Pokemon fans out there. There is going to be a Pokemon-specific 3DS, well, specifically Pikachu. So if you don't already have a 3DS, or you're just a massive Pikachu fan, you'll be able to get your hands on a Pikachu 3DS. Our next story is just a rumor, but it's sort of very likely because there already were rumors, and this is coming from a different source that's supposedly credible, so it seems like this is going to be pretty likely, and it is that the Wii U and the Virtual Console will allow you to purchase GameCube games. Now this is essential because the Wii U is not compatible with GameCube games. Discs. You can't use the GameCube discs in the Wii U. It is backwards compatible with Wii discs, but not GameCube discs. So, if Nintendo fans were not going to be able to play GameCube games on the Wii U, I think there would be some frustration out there. So it sounds like, not to worry, there will be purchasable GameCube games on the Virtual Console. And speaking of backwards compatibility, after all of these years, we just found out that the Super Nintendo was originally going to be backwards compatible with the Nintendo Entertainment System games, but that they decided to nix that idea because in order to install that extra slot to place an NES cartridge in, the extra price of manufacturing that would have been an additional $75 on top of what the Super Nintendo was already costing, which I think was $200. So, and that was back at that time kind of a lot. Like the NES, I remember, was $99, and then when the Super Nintendo came out, it was $100 more. So if it was $275, I think that would have been an issue. And then our final story is another rumor, and you surely have already heard this because it was kind of a big deal this week. But according to the source, Mr. Miyamoto is supposedly going to be stepping down from his position at EAD. That's the software development division within Nintendo. By 2013, so that he can move into a smaller, separate software development division. I mean, the thing about this rumor is that a very similar rumor came about 6 months ago, and in fact it was published on a reputable gaming website, and then Mr. Miyamoto had to come forward and say, no, that's not what I said in that interview. What I really meant was blah blah blah, because the interview had quoted him as saying that he was thinking about retiring. I don't know, I kind of think that, I'm kind of two minds about this. I kind of either think that that original rumor was probably fact, but because it caused a whole bunch of uncertainty about Nintendo, because how could Nintendo be without Mr. Miyamoto at the head of all of the major franchises, there was a lot of like, oh no, Nintendo's going to go downhill, and so they all decided to have him come forward and say, no, that's not what I said. But if it turns out that he really does step down by 2013, kind of makes me think that that really was the plan all along for about this past year. But then the other side of me thinks, this is probably just another silly attempt at a rumor, and I can't imagine him stepping completely away from Mario and Zelda. I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like for as long as he's alive, he'll want to have the final say on those, and if he really does step away from EAD, he's not going to be able to. Those franchises are going to be left completely in the hands of their respective producers, and it just seems so weird to me that Mr. Miyamoto will have completely divorced himself from those games. So, I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see how it actually pans out. But I'm sure that those franchises, even if he really does step down and it has no influence in those franchises any longer, I'm sure they'll be fine. Eiji Aonuma has proven himself to be a very good Zelda producer, and I forget who the current Mario producers are. There's a separate one for the new Super Mario Bros. Series, and then one for the Mario Galaxy series. So they're doing fine. I'm sure it'll be fine no matter what. So that's it for this episode. Tomorrow is going to just be the compilation of the 2 Zelda news videos and a This Week in Zelda News, so you can watch that if you haven't already seen those Zelda news videos. And then the day after tomorrow is this video and the previous Nintendo news video shoved together in the This Week in Nintendo news video. And so I'll either see you then or see you next week. Bye!